Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Longhorns will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So LSU's return team didn't help matters out much with that one. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
LSU right back to the line. Give to the running back. The ball's free. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll run it out of the shotgun. The pirouette on the run. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Quick release by the QB. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes his connection. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. This defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving them some juice. A first down run in the red zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They're working that left side.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. A strike downfield. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Tigers! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Texas A&M rolled to victory flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
Backed up in their own end, just find some breathing room. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Caught. Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on second and long. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Stopped after making the catch. LSU quick to the line. Johnson wants to throw it. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Things working pretty well for this defense, out of the dime package and still getting plenty of heat on the quarterback.
Yeah, get off the rock, understand the situation. All the fast guys got the back end covered. It's my job to seek and destroy the quarterback. Great job by the defensive line rushing after that guy and getting him on the ground.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Got his man on the outside. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Intercepted. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Sometimes there are careless interceptions and other times forced ones, and the defense forced that one.
They did. Nice job dialing up the pressure. Great job getting to the QB. So much athleticism on this defense. And moving forward, this offense is going to have to be really careful thinking about how they need to protect their quarterback to give him a chance.
Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, the ground game. Fights off a defender. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? They'll try to run for it. Tackle is made after the first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. They're getting this guy lathered up. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Second down coming up. Johnson looking to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the big fella. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The give to the back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. LSU right back to the line. Johnson wants to throw it. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. LSU with the 1st and 10 here.
Yeah, and I like the quarterback's quick decision-making, puts it on the ground, decides to take it himself, goes, gets the necessary yardage, first down.
looking downfield. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And they can't connect, a costly turnover on downs.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. One step wrap, two step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. Johnson looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
He's got his man, makes the grab.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by them.
Oh, they knock it free. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get the first down. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Going for it all. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. He's looking to throw. Stands in and takes the hit. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's going to take off. At the 45, on his way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Caught in the backfield, it's Hall. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Wants to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
The defense has been all over this quarterback all game long. It's almost as if they know where he's going to throw. That now, the 3rd interception he's thrown.
They're bringing heat. Makes the grab over the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Johnson wants to throw it. Back open in the middle. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in Death Valley than you? A captivating game so far.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
At the 35, he's open. He's loose. Inside the 30. Delivers the stiff arm. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Getting some heat. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. The give to the fullback. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
LSU 14, Texas 7.
He'll return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Running to the left. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. They'll give it to him again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. LSU quick to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Flushed out of the pocket. Great job to get down with the slide after getting everything you could. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
On second down, just keeps firing. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Honestly, 3rd and 1, I think you just run the ball. You just trust in your own guy's ability to be more physical, win the line of scrimmage, and go get that yard. Now with the sack, they're going to have to punt.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Got it past the marker. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Line getting set on second down. Wide receiver shows motion. Gets it out quickly. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Longhorns have their offense in high gear. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Handoff from the gun. just causing wreckage in the secondary. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw on that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for a big play. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than
got to
move
be
the
kidding me.
chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Going up top on first down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Grabbed in the backfield. It's short. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here comes the Texas offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Facing a third down and short from the 26. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for room at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They move the tight end all over. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
On 3rd down, going up top. Still on his feet. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes, they put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line, it confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Line gets set, first down. They'll leave it with him. Still running at the 40. Bust through behind his pad. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. To the ground. He's got it again. He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Fast motion from the offense. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Here it is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And taking the lead, and now the stage is set for the end of this one.
Well, the offense and special teams did their job right here late in the 4th quarter. They put themselves now in position to win this game. It all comes down to the defense. Can they deliver? If they get the stop, they win this game.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The offense lining up for a first down play. He'll start this drive firing. Finds his man down the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
That's a huge blow, man. You got a chance to go take the lead and put yourself in a position you know you can win the ball game. And now, instead of that, you turn the football over. Now you're trailing. The defense is going to have to do something special for you.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. They want that clock to run. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way.
All right, I'm going to take my first mulligan of the year. That's my first time taking a mully. I'll be back. I'm going to play with my regular playbook this time.